Hidden away in a peaceful valley on the border of South Yorkshire and Nottinghamshire lie the haunting remains of Roche Abbey, one of England's most beautiful medieval ruins. Today, visitors come here for quiet walks, photography and a glimpse into the past. But nearly 900 years ago, this secluded spot echoed with the sounds of prayer, industry and daily life as a thriving monastic community called it home. Roche Abbey was founded in 1147 by the monks of the Cistercian order. The Cistercians sought simplicity, hard work and devotion, often building their monasteries in remote locations, away from towns and distractions. The valley chosen for Roche Abbey was ideal. A stream flowed through the landscape, fresh water was plentiful, and the surrounding countryside provided everything the monks needed to sustain themselves. The name Roche comes from the French word for rock, a reference to the dramatic limestone outcrops that rise above the valley. These natural cliffs still provide a striking backdrop to the Abbey ruins today and help explain why this place feels so unique. As the Abbey grew, so did its influence. The monks became skilled farmers and land managers, overseeing vast areas of countryside. Sheep farming was particularly important, and wool became one of the Abbey's most valuable commodities. Like many monasteries across medieval England, Roche Abbey was not simply a place of worship. It was a centre of business, agriculture, learning and community life. Life here followed the strict routine. The monks rose before dawn for prayers and attended several services throughout the day. Between these acts of worship, they worked the land, copied manuscripts, cared for livestock, and maintained the Abbey's buildings. Although their lives were disciplined, the monastery grew prosperous over the centuries. Donations from wealthy patrons and income from farming helped fund impressive construction projects. The church at Roche Abbey became one of the finest examples of medieval architecture in the region. Large stone arches soared overhead, colourful stained glass windows filled the interior with light, and intricate carvings decorated the sacred spaces. As you explore the ruins today, it takes only a little imagination to picture how the magnificent Abbey must once have appeared. For almost 400 years, the monastery flourished. Then came one of the most dramatic periods in English history. During the reign of Henry VIII, relations between the English crown and the Roman Catholic Church broke down. Beginning in the 1530s, monasteries across England were dissolved and their wealth seized by the king. In 1538, Roche Abbey met the same fate. The monks were forced to leave buildings that had stood for centuries, were stripped of valuable material. Lead was removed from roofs, timber was taken away, and many structures were deliberately damaged. A local account written years later describes how people watched in horror as statues, altars, and decorative features were smashed and destroyed. What had once been a thriving religious community was reduced to ruin in a matter of months. Yet the story of Roche Abbey did not end there. Over the following centuries, nature slowly reclaimed the site. Trees and vegetation spread across the valley, softening the scars left by destruction. Then, in the 18th century, attitudes toward historic ruins began to change. The land became part of the estate of Thomas Lumley Saunderson. Influenced by the fashion for picturesque landscape, the grounds were redesigned by the renowned landscape architect Lancelot Capability Brown. Brown altered the valley dramatically, reshaping parts of the landscape and clearing vegetation to create sweeping views of the ruins. While some medieval remains were lost during these changes, the work helped establish the romantic appearance that the visitors enjoy today. Walking through Roche Abbey, now you can still see remarkable details that have survived for the centuries. Look closely and you'll notice elegant Gothic arches, finely carved stonework and towering walls that hint of the scale of the original buildings. The surviving ruins tell a story of faith, ambition, prosperity and sudden decline. They also remind us of the extraordinary craftsmanship of the medieval builders who created structures capable of enduring for almost 9 centuries. The most striking thing about Roche Abbey is the atmosphere. Despite its turbulent history, the valley feels calm and peaceful. Birds sing among the trees. The stream continues its journey through the landscape, and the ancient stonework stands quietly beneath the open sky. It is easy to understand why photographers, historians and walkers are drawn here year after year. Roche Abbey is more than just a collection of ruins. It's a window into medieval England and a place where history feels close enough to touch. Whether you're interested in architecture, local history or simply discovering hidden corners of the countryside, Roche Abbey offers a fascinating glimpse into the world that vanished nearly 500 years ago. As you leave the valley behind, the weathered stone wall remains standing as silent witnesses to the centuries of change, preserving the story of one of South Yorkshire's most remarkable historic sites. Thank you for joining me on this visit to Roche Abbey. If you enjoyed exploring this remarkable place, don't forget to like and subscribe, and join me on future journeys as we uncover more of Britain's hidden history.